let's look at the health sector. Now, there was Agenda 111, where more hospitals will be built. Now, some stakeholders in the sector have said that it would be disastrous if they do not employ. They cited these facts, with the first one being Agenda 111, just as I mentioned earlier on. And then 2 is doctor to patient ratio. And then 3 is doctors going on with retirement, among other reasons. Do you agree with them that it would be disastrous?
You build facilities, the facilities must be occupied.
Of course.
And be run. Now, nobody would deny the fact that we still need a lot of health facilities to, as it were, improve the health service delivery in the country. As I speak to you right now, there are a number of doctors who have finished their housemanship in their home, waiting to be given
the nurses as well.
And the nurses as well. So you see, you are building hospitals, which is good, but there's still a backlog of medical professionals who have been trained. The question is, why is government not, giving clearance for their employment? Because the economy is struggling. And if the economy is struggling, what we can only expect is to get most of these people leaving the country. And as you speak now, the research has shown that a number of our nurses who are even already impacted are leaving the country.
Yeah.
And so are some of our medical doctors. And that portends danger when it comes to our health care service delivery. So I think that government should, for me, be more proactive in most of the things that it does, because we cannot be giving training to our own people, get their skills, finish all that they need to finish, and then they will find themselves at home struggling to make a break into a permanent employment. Now, a medical doctor is ended his profession. He wants down.
He's hoping to,
and he's at home. You can imagine the frustration, and there are 1,001 of them out there like that.
There's backlogs.
If you ask me personally, out there in the advanced economies, our Ghanaian medical doctors have proven their worth, and have attracted attention from most of these medical practices. We cannot be doing the same thing every time and expect different results. We can be looking at a possibility of giving training to these youth and probably exporting them to get also to make some returns to the country. If we feel we cannot absorb them here. The Cuban situation is a typical example. It got to a time Ghana was falling on Cuba for to meet out the shortfall on within our medical service realm. So we can replicate that, because our youth have demonstrated beyond every level that they have the capacity, when given the opportunity, to practice everywhere in this globe. So what are we waiting for? We are allowing them to be trained and wrought here in this country. Is that what we want? And there are teeming number of potential ones who also want to join. And you can imagine the backlog that will be created, and that will become an albatross on the neck of every government that will come into power. And so for me, government, yes, facilities are being built, but we should be looking for a way of absorbing these teeming backlog of nurses and doctors who are yet to move the system, so they occupy these facilities that are springing up. And then we should also be thinking of how we can actually invest in the training of these professionals for possible export out there, for them to be able to also go and work and probably get some returns, and that could even have an impact on our dollar reserves in the economy.
I'll come. Do you think service delivery in Ghana would be compromised?
Absolutely. If we are to see to the implementation of these fees in totality, there will be a total shutdown. Already, you mentioned the doctor-patient ratio. It's not only peculiar to the medical field. Even when it comes to the security services, and if you come to the education services, teacher-student ratio, it's always been the same. There's a need for government to actually look at how to open up to employ more people, to bridge that gap in the ratio, and so that the service delivery will be more qualitative and more responsive to the need of the ordinary Ghanaian who actually want to access services. So I personally think that government will have to look at how to bridge this gap, and when that is done, the confidence level of the ordinary Ghanaian in our government certainly will be something that government actually will cherish. You see, when government comes into office, they come on the back of a certain promise, and they assure Ghanaians they have identified some lapses with the previous government that they were going to fix.
Right, let's quickly speak to our first caller. Hello, good morning to you, Alhaji.
Yeah, good morning, my sweetheart. How are you?
I'm fine, Alhaji. I hope you're fine too.
This morning you look
Thank you, Alhaji. Please, you're on air. You can share your thought with us now.
Yeah, listen to your guest over there. You see what is going on now? You see, it's not like we don't have the resources to help our youth. This government, as this your guest, this government, the kind of money that this government got, if this government put this money or this government put these resources in good use, almost all our youth will get work to do. But what they do with the money, what they do with the resources, just sharing within them, misusing them. Look at this cathedral issue. Look at this Agenda 111. Meanwhile, you know that you can't do it. Look at this Kita Port, with chief executive for 5-6 years. They have been paying him, throwing money into the debt. We got no port anywhere. You understand? So if you do these things, how can you manage the system? The system will crash. You understand? That's why we are facing this today. The youth are not getting work to do. There's nothing. There's no hospital for them to be employed. As you say, now our nurses and our doctors, all of them are leaving the country. You see, because of bad management. People is doing things. You see, if our leaders don't change their attitude and their lifestyle, continue what they are doing as they are doing now, no. Before God and my sister, by next year, 2023, before this budget will kick on, before IMF conditions will set in, my sister, I'm telling you, by end of next year, 2023, okay, I wish all of us best, because if the country is good, it's good for all of us. But the way things are going, I don't see. You pick dollar 4 cedis, 20 pesos. You raise it up to 16 cedis. Today it came down to 12 cedis or 11 cedis. You are praising yourself. How much did you take the dollar? You take it 4.2. Today is more than 10 cedis, and then you are rejoicing that today the dollar has come down. What kind of coconuts story is this? My sister, bye-bye.
Right, thank you so much for calling, Alhaji. Have a great day. Do you have anything to say on that?
Well, I mean, he has just made a rehash of what I said, because we all knew where the dollar was before. Now,